Nick Piccininni, four-time New York State champion, two-time All-American. He was fourth as a sophomore, fifth a year ago, a three-time Big 12 champion. Jim, what are you looking for in the first 30 seconds?
Well, I looked for Piccininni to get on his offense. He's had a hard time. He puts up a lot of points, but he's looking to go ahead and get his offense going, and gets right into it. Just as we talked about there, gets right into a low shot. We'll see if he's able to keep his ankles free.
Improve here.
Right, got in there and basically froze. Maybe even surprised himself how easy he was able to get on the shot.
John Nath, our head official this evening. Jason Wedgbury, our second official. Spencer Lee this season 14-0.
Oh, nice job by Lee following up with that snap. Got a great position. See how Piccininni was able to go ahead and fight that wrist for a while, but no, that's the power and the strength. When Lee gets a hold of something, he just brings it so easily. His pulls into his rib cage and his torso right there. He just squeezes things. He's working against a man's legs, and he just squeezes as hard as he can and gets that takedown.
And he is well aware what Spencer Lee does on top. What are you looking for here off a whistle?
Well, I'm sure that they spent a lot of time in the down position, off season, regular season last year. You notice how he went for that good little turn his hip right there. When you turn your hip down like that, that kind of nullifies that tight waist ride that Lee normally gets to.
Spencer Lee is a freshman. This was the first time he wrestled in front of the Carver crowd was against Piccininni. Beat him 10-5. These two have met 4 times.
Go, gentlemen, improve here.
Lee winning 3 of the 4.
Now you can see how Piccininni basically cutting him out right there, kind of keeping his knees up tight to his elbows, doing a little hand fighting right down there. But when you do break free, you've got to be able to move. And now he's got that tilt.
Spencer Lee with Piccininni on his back. Still a minute 20 remaining.
Great job of loading up the hips. Now he's coming heavy with that half Nelson. Piccininni out of sorts right there. Good solid ride, gets the 4-point move.
6-0 and looking for more on top. Riding time at 1:15 for Lee. Tight waist, now he'll work up to a wrist. He is just devastating on top.
Well, he does a great job of again, sealing his body to the man's back right there and works hard. Now he's got it locked up one more time. Piccininni doing a nice job of exploding at the critical moment right there. Comes up to his feet. That strength to Spencer Lee hanging on.
1, 2, 3.
The count begins.
4, 5.
And that will be a stalling call on Lee as the count reached 5.
Let's take a look at the replay on that turn. He had the bar locked up. Here it goes away from the bar. Loads up the hips. You can hear the boo where Lee got called for stalling there. But you're going to trade that stall warning to be able to stay in the top position to close out this period, and maybe with enough time to manufacture some more back points.
Very good point. 32 seconds left. There's a caution on Piccininni in the bottom position. Spencer Lee, a takedown and a turn for 4, leads at 6-0. Familiar recipe for the two-time national champion, Spencer Lee.
Now he's got his chest tight to that back right there. Piccininni trying to stay on his feet. Really good job, effort there by Lee staying with it. Now he's going to scale up that leg. Lock up, maybe a cradle of his own.
Of course, Piccininni pinning Lee in the duel in Stillwater last February with an inside cradle. And Spencer Lee finishes period on top, riding time over 2 minutes, dominant first 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think that Piccininni's choice, he's going to choose down.
Red takes bottom.
Would this be a situation here, Jim, just to get more work on bottom, get a feel? Most likely these two, good chance they'll meet again.
Well, I'm sure that they've already decided that they want to try to take the down position anytime that they can in these starts. And quite frankly, it's the only way you're going to get back into it right now. One thing that Lee does do from the top position, he puts a lot of energy into it. Now he's got a half set up right there. Good job by Piccininni staying out of it. But Lee is, this looks like the Lee of the national tournament of last year. Cruising. Tough on top. Now he's really working that bar arm.
Back in that first period, Piccininni at times was at least able to build the base, but he is flat on his belly, center of the mat here, with 1:15 remaining in the second period. Riding time over 3 minutes. There's a stall call on Piccininni.
Yeah, I don't see that. All right.
Survival mode.
Yeah, well, he's also building back up to his base quite a bit off of that position. And Lee puts so much pressure on you with that, you know, he's riding parallel, right? Not getting off the side, but he's still manufacturing points, which is...
Don't move. Don't lean either. Get on. Head in the middle.
See this really good starts. You see how he's pinching on the legs right there, Piccininni. Now he come up to the side with a slight mat return, a lot of pressure on top.
Piccininni, no answer on bottom.
So much weight on those legs.
3, 4.
Sprinting up to the upper body, getting up, not getting warned for stalling in that position. It's good effort.
Count reached 4. Lee was able to get up before it reached 5. If it would have been a point for Piccininni.
Well, it looked like the official wasn't really in position, but he looked like he waved a couple of back swipes there. They're going to confer on it with, yep, he's going to give the 2 points.
Too near fall for Spencer Lee. Jim, you speak about it all the time. Those little things that win big matches. One of those, wrestling at the edge.
Yeah, it's just, I think Piccininni, that was just all Spencer Lee there. So tight on his opponent. And, you know, the effort that he put in to stay with him and chase him there and not giving up the stall warning. You know, that's put a lot of effort to get that last set of back points, but it paid off.
Inside of 10 seconds here in this second period.
Look at that, 4:03 of riding time.
Get out of that grip. Get out of that grip. Improve.
Here's that work by Spencer, edge of the mat.
Yeah, take a look. This is he chased him up, and you look at Piccininni looking for the big move. Let's say, does he get a 45 count right there? I can see why they might be a little bit concerned about that call, but that's at the... Yeah, Oklahoma State corner's not happy about that.
But they wouldn't challenge it because then they'd lose it for the rest of the duel. Or a good chance of that happening anyway. So Lee goes on bottom here, third period. See a tight waist from Piccininni. Piccininni this season 23-1, 18 bonus point victories. His only loss to Pat Glory of Princeton. That was a 9-4 defeat as Lee works to his feet. And now returned by the Cowboy.
Piccininni really taking some gamble here right now, rolling up over the top with that wrist roll. Take a look at Terry Brand's going.
And now the
yeah, there's Terry. He's really riled up here. Take a look at Terry.
Second stall call on him, a point for Lee.
Head and heart. Really trying to exert his guy on here from the bottom position. He wants the scoring to continue.
Riding time locked up for Spencer Lee. There's an escape. Lee and the Hawkeyes looking for bonus points in this opening match at 125. Good attack there from Piccininni.
Yeah.
Gets a takedown.
Gets a quick takedown, and he's really got to look for something big, but even with this situation, Lee still has the major.
You're neutral. You're neutral.
Basically a 12-3 score. Lee up by 9.
Well, Lee has put a lot of effort into turning his opponent, and that's just a lot tougher calories to put out there when you're trying to crank a guy over the way he does. So much power in his wrestling. Moving pretty well here. Piccininni in with another shot.
Takedown here for Piccininni would keep this at a regular decision. But time running out on the Cowboy, and with the riding time, it will be A 12-3 major decision for the Hawkeyes. Spencer Lee, this crowd comes to their feet.
Well, this was a big program win and matchup. Piccininni surprised the world basically last year with that big fall, that meet. Spencer Lee answers this time around.